How a handful of coffee beans can become those tiny instant granules that dissolve in seconds, yet still smell like a fresh café. What kind of factory magic turns a perishable crop into a shelf-stable powder that survives months of shipping and still tastes coffee? In this video, we're going inside a factory-scale instant coffee plant to follow the journey from harvest to jar. Subscribe to Agriline Factory for more fascinating factory tours and behind-the-scenes looks at how everyday products are made. Harvest and rapid delivery. What if I told you the biggest enemy of great instant coffee is time? Minutes and hours, not days. Coffee cherries are harvested when ripe because sugar levels and acidity peak at the right moment, shaping flavor long before roasting. Depending on the region and farm, workers pick selectively by hand or use mechanical methods, then quickly move cherries to collection points to prevent overheating and unwanted fermentation. The faster the cherries reach processing, the cleaner the final cup will taste. At the mill, cherries are sorted to remove unripe, damaged, or foreign material, because one bad batch can create sour, musty notes later. Then the beans are separated from the fruit, using washed or natural methods, dried to a safe moisture level, and packed for shipment. Green bean intake and quality control. How do factories keep instant coffee tasting the same when every harvest is different? At intake, beans are weighed, logged, and assigned lot codes for full traceability. Quality teams take samples to test moisture levels, defect counts, bean size, and aroma, since incorrect moisture can cause mold or staleness. Facilities also screen for foreign materials and apply strict food safety checks before production begins. The beans then pass through cleaning systems using sieves, air classifiers, magnets, and gravity tables to remove stones, dust, and metal fragments. Finally, selected lots may be blended to create a balanced, consistent flavor profile. Roasting at scale. What if the smell of coffee isn't in the bean until a factory unlocks it with heat? Roasting is where raw green beans transform into the brown aromatic coffee we recognize. In industrial roasting systems, temperature and time are tightly controlled so each batch hits the same color and development level. Too light, and the coffee can taste grassy and sharp. Too dark, and it can turn smoky and bitter. Modern factories use sensors and automated profiles to manage airflow, drum speed, and exhaust. Because roasting isn't just about heat, it's about removing moisture, triggering browning reactions, and creating hundreds of aroma compounds. After roasting, beans are rapidly cooled to stop the process at the perfect point. Then, they're ground to a specific particle size designed for extraction efficiency. This matters because instant coffee isn't brewed in a cup. It's brewed in a system the size of a room, where grind size controls how fast flavor dissolves and how much of it is captured. Industrial brewing and extraction. How do you brew coffee for millions of servings without making it taste like weak cafeteria water? Factories use large extraction systems, often multi-stage, where hot water passes through beds of roasted, ground coffee under carefully controlled conditions. Think of it as a continuous coffee-making river. Water pulls soluble flavors out, and the factory tunes temperature, pressure, and contact time to extract the good stuff while minimizing harsh compounds. Extract too aggressively, and you'll pull out bitter, woody notes. Extract too gently, and the coffee tastes thin. Many plants run multiple extraction stages, so the freshest water meets the freshest grounds, improving flavor efficiency. The result is a concentrated coffee liquor, rich in aroma compounds, but still mostly water. Spent grounds are separated and can be reused for energy or compost in some facilities. At this point, the factory has brewed coffee, but instant coffee isn't brewed coffee. The next challenge is turning liquid into stable solids without losing the aroma that makes coffee smell alive. Concentration and aroma recovery. Here's the wild part. During instant coffee production, the most delicious aromas try to vanish into thin air, so factories literally capture them. Before drying, the coffee extract is concentrated by removing water, often using vacuum evaporation. Under vacuum, water boils at lower temperatures, which helps protect flavor. Meanwhile, aroma recovery systems collect volatile compounds released during roasting and concentration, because those compounds can disappear fast, leaving instant coffee tasting flat. The captured aromas may be reintroduced later, restoring that fresh coffee smell when you open the jar or add hot water. Concentration also improves drying efficiency. Less water means faster conversion to powder or granules. The factory constantly checks viscosity, solids content, and flavor balance because concentration changes how the coffee will dry and dissolve. This step is like protecting the soul of the coffee before the harshest part of the process begins, drying, where heat and airflow can easily damage delicate notes if not precisely managed. Drying into instant coffee. Ever noticed that some instant coffee looks like fine powder, while other types look like crunchy crystals? That difference is the drying method, and it changes taste, aroma, and price. Spray drying turns coffee concentrate into a mist inside a hot air chamber, droplets drying mid-air and become a fine powder. It's fast, efficient, and widely used, but it can lose more aroma if not carefully controlled. Freeze drying takes a different route. The coffee extract is frozen, then placed under vacuum so ice sublimates, turns from solid to vapor, without melting. This better preserves aroma and flavor, often creating larger, porous granules that dissolve well and smell stronger. Some factories agglomerate powder, using steam or moisture, to form granules that dissolve more smoothly and reduce dust. The goal is always the same: stable coffee solids with controlled moisture, consistent particle size, and a clean flavor that rehydrates quickly without clumping or tasting burnt. Packaging. Why make high-quality instant coffee if air exposure ruins its aroma before it reaches customers? Packaging protects freshness. Because instant coffee is sensitive to moisture and oxygen, factories fill jars, sachets, or tins in controlled environments. Many lines use nitrogen flushing to remove oxygen before sealing, preserving flavor, and extending shelf life. Containers are sealed, labeled, and date-coded at high speed, while automated cameras inspect fill levels, seals, and labels. Only approved units move forward, ensuring the coffee stays dry, aromatic, and stable from factory to shelf. Global shipping. Once packaged, instant coffee is carton-packed, palletized, and stored in climate-controlled warehouses to prevent humidity damage. Shipments are then distributed worldwide by truck, ship, or air to retailers and export markets. Traceability systems track each batch, ensuring the coffee remains consistent in taste, aroma, and quality everywhere. From freshly harvested beans to carefully sealed jars, instant coffee is a story of precision, speed, and science on a massive scale. Every stage protects flavor and consistency. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this factory journey, like, share, and subscribe to Agriline Factory for more.